Hey, it's producer Rob. We've got Jeff and we've got Bart over here.
Guys.
Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Yes. If you're listening to us right now, that means you're not seeing us, but you can see us if you want to. Just go to Jeep Beach Official on YouTube, and you'll be able to find out everything that we've done in the past, most of them anyway.
That's a scary thought.
Videos. Yeah. And if you are watching this and you want the audio portion of it, all your favorite podcast platforms will cover that.
Yes.
So, ready for the show?
Ready.
You ready?
Yes,
we're ready.
Thanks for tuning in. Here we go.
It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox, a Jeepers guide to everything off-road, powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hello, what's happening?
What's going on? It was good. Real good.
It was, yeah.
So, I mean, here we are again. Oh, come on, man.
Good.
We just started.
Breaking things.
It's been
So-
one of them days, okay?
But-
I was late to recording.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
all got...
You're cheating on us with another podcast.
Of course I am.
Right. That's okay. That's all right. Hey, I know we've been talking
It's
about
called Only Mud.
Only Mud.
Yes, Only Mud.
Okay. Do they have a lot of followers?
It's kind of like OnlyFans, but
Only Mud.
No, let's not go there again. Let's not go there.
So you guys, we've been talking about the last few episodes about overlanding.
Yep. We started off with like a basics, and then we went up to a little bit more advanced stuff to think about.
Yes.
This is more so just stuff to think about.
Correct.
Because not everybody's going to have the same needs that we need. You know, if you're down here in Florida, there's not a whole lot. But if you go up north, you know, there's snow, there's rocks, there's hills.
Man, I'll tell you what. The algorithm on since TikTok is gone, I go on to.
It'll be back. It'll be
It's
back.
already back on.
Yeah, is it back on?
Yeah, it's back on.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, since my algorithm has been all Jeeps on Instagram and on Facebook,
Okay.
the stories and all that, so it's some great Jeep videos of them just plowing through snow, trail riding through snow, everything through snow. It's so cool. You know, that's the only thing. I mean,
The only thing is you don't know what's underneath it.
no, you don't. But they're trails.
Right.
They're mostly, roads, and there's a
but
couple of.
There's a couple of edges that you might want to stay off
There was
of.
one.
Oh yeah, the gravity got him.
Yep.
Did you see that? There was one. Did you post it?
Yes.
I think you did, where the person was driving and
just
all of a sudden it
slid,
just
and all of a
slid.
sudden then it toppled onto its side. Yeah. Oh boy.
That's an easy fix. Just that's an easy one.
Yeah. Your
Put a
dad's got
Band-Aid
a
on
set.
it and send
Dad's got a set of tools. We can really fix this. Remember that?
There's been a couple of them where people have really rolled. Roll bars help, and then the additional roll bars make a big difference.
I've seen some pages where there's some totaled
Yes. Yes.
Jeeps. You look at it and they had it on its side and the frame is bent on the inside. All right, well, take out what you can and sell.
I think I posted the one where I was in California, and the California Highway Patrol officer was driving it out after it went down a ravine, like 200 feet, and it was completely
Smushed.
Yes, and he got in and drove it out,
Yeah.
and drove it through and brought it out to the road so the tow truck could get it.
Was it totaled or?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it wasn't
yes.
that bad.
It was really bad.
Did you post that?
A while back. That was a
Okay.
while back, but it was just, I guess, a testament to it. You know, the engine mounts didn't break, the transmission mounts didn't break. But the vehicle, the frame.
Was it a newer Jeep or an older one?
It was a newer Jeep. I would say it looked like a JL.
Okay.
What was left to it? So yeah, but it was a mess.
What was left of it?
Yeah, it was. But the thing was, he still drove it.
Well, if you think about it, how many vehicles made today from the factory are full frames? Usually it's unibody, right?
yes,
They're most of
unless
them-
it's a truck. And well, not all trucks
No,
now.
not all trucks are.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
it tells you that there's something there.
yep.
So, but anyway, so back on track here. We're basically talking about overlanding and things to think about and take with you. So today we're going to kind of go over some of the camping stuff that you should carry with
Yes.
you. So,
And some of the stuff is we hear this a lot because people still don't listen to us,
well,
or they don't listen to common sense.
they don't have to listen to us.
Then stop posting your pictures where you're stuck in the middle of the place and you're hungry and you got no food and you got no nothing. Okay.
Well, you know what? I think they don't think they're going to get stuck.
And that's
Yes.
And that's part of the problem is
Yes.
they think, well, I'm just going out for a little while, no big deal.
Yes.
One thing leads to another. Next thing
Yes.
you know,
An ups.
Facebook, off-road, what is
SOS.
it called? SOS,
SOS.
Facebook SOS.
Stuck in Florida.
Stuck
Yeah,
in
we're-
Florida,
yep.
SOS.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We get a lot of stuff, and then there's people who can be there for a while. So, but if you have some gear in your car and you have some training and you have some recovery tools, you can probably do a lot.
yeah. We do teach that.
Yes, we do. And we cover, again, GPS, mapping. Printed maps. Good idea. Even the ones like you always see me bringing them. Compass, again, and learn how to use it. So that's good. Comms, whether it's the GRMS, the FRS, the ham radios, CBs, anything.
Yeah. Cell phones.
Cell phones.
No.
Why not?
I know where you're going.
You know what I'm going to say.
Drones.
Yes. What if you had a small drone? Wouldn't that help?
You've already know where you're at.
What if you don't? You do. Oh, so you know where you're at, you're trying to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're driving down the road and hello.
What about a drone that can fly out and fly to someone and say, help, I'm over here.
Like home delivery?
Yeah. It's happening. It's coming.
I know.
Next, we go down to shelter to bring.
Yeah.
Keeping you guys on track.
I know. Bart's like, enough of this BS. No. Let's get to the next day. Okay.
Move along.
No more drone talk.
Yeah. So you got rooftop tents, you got ground tents, you got vehicle setup. You know, you set your vehicle up for sleeping. Even the JKUs and the JLs I've seen where they've actually put a sleeping area in them.
Yes.
Take out the back seat and hey, you know.
There's been a couple pretty good YouTube videos on it, and people are doing it in the winter months to see how they can survive in the winter, which was pretty good. But again, that comes down to a sleeping bag, sleeping systems, everything else. But yes, you can camp out in your vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have some.
Don't run your vehicle while you're sleeping.
Correct. Make sure your
carbon
exhaust.
monoxide. That's
Make sure
monoxide,
your exhaust is always clear if you're dealing with the snow and the cold, everything else.
A sleeping bag rated for what you're going to be doing.
Excellent
Whether it be sleeping in the snow or sleeping on top of snow or sleeping in the desert.
So, simplest thing is just go get a military sleep system.
Yeah.
They're 4-in-1, 3-in-1. They're pretty nice. They got bivvies. They got different layers. They're down to like 20 degrees below zero. Sleep systems.
Where would you be able to find those?
Actually, they're all over the internet. So whether you go on eBay or some of these military surplus places, and there's actually a couple of people that they're not as good. They're not as good as the military versions. They're like knockoffs, but they're a 3 or 4 bag system. So I think the Marine Corps has a 4 bag system, and the Army has a 3 bag system.
Right. Okay.
But with the Gore-Tex bivvy, though, you're waterproof.
Yeah.
You know, so if you have to get out of your vehicle or you want to sleep in a hammock, you know, in some cases you may want to get out of your vehicle, build a shelter, build a fire, and you might be warmer than being inside your vehicle, and you don't have to worry about carbon monoxide.
Yeah, the vehicle's only going to keep the wind off of you for the most part.
Yes, it'll be the same temperature.
It'll get a little warm
With
from
your
your body temperature and your breathing. So
Yes.
sleeping pad. I want to sleep in comfort.
Yes. They make all different ones, whether you inflate them or they're the like egg crate type stuff.
Yep.
There's different ones, and it actually helps for your insulation if it's cold.
Yeah, keeps you off that cold.
Keeps you off the cold.
Also a pillow.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to have 5 or 6 pillows because I like to hug on them. All right. So now camping, food,
Yes.
and cooking.
So Rob always makes fun of me with all the gear I carry, which he does.
And
which
you brought some
I brought stuff in. I
All
brought,
right.
you know, I always carry some gear in my car, and actually I'm redoing some of it.
Show and tell time.
Oh no, but I bring, you know,
There he goes.
there's water, food in here.
Got a French press?
No, I don't. Well, actually, I can make coffee, but no, I don't have a French press. You know, here's the stove with ways to light it, and then
Oh, hang on a second. Put that stove back up there. Let's take a look at that again. That's kind of a cool little.
yeah, this just
contraption
screws
you got
on
there.
right like this. Screws on. You can light it with your lighter, matches.
Okay. How long will that can?
A
it's
lot
gas.
of a lot of people again how fast you're going to cook and what are you cooking. So a lot of the stuff I do is the free dried stuff. So I would grab a pouch of water, which I have pouches of water.
So you're heating water up then.
I'm going to heat water up, and
Okay.
it takes anywhere about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
In your cook system.
Yep.
And so you can do it. Sorry about the extra
What is that?
string. It's actually.
What do you got?
all
Is that
kinds
something
of-
from the earth of what country you were in last with that?
No, this is actually a new system. After a while, they're only $14,
Brought back some
$15.
Afghanistan plant
Dust.
life.
Yes. No, but so I can heat my water up, cook, and
Yeah.
then pour it into whatever meal I want, and then you can. I mean,
What is that? That is
This
a-
one's
It's
breakfast.
skillet.
breakfast skillet.
Let's see. Put
Hash-
that right in the camera.
hash
Put that in
browns.
that camera over there.
Hash browns, scrambled eggs,
Okay.
but there's teriyaki stuff. There's beef stew. There's lasagna.
Just
there's-
add hot water.
Just add the hot water, wait 3 minutes, and it's ready to eat. I mean, there's some good stuff. I mean, I actually carry tons of gear because I don't want to be actually just getting stuck on the interstate. If you get like with
We
the
had that talk before.
with the winter storms and everything, you know.
So let's find. Hang on a second now. As of this taping,
Okay.
we were supposed to go a little bit of excursion.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to air after our
Afterwards.
excursion.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when this airs, we've already done the excursion.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you this now. You're going to cook? We're going to be able to put some of this to test?
I think somebody's going to have a meal for us.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, they're catering a meal.
Oh, all right. So
But
we're
I
not-
think a
so we're
good
not really-
cookout.
yeah.
I think they were looking at a cookout, but then where we were going to do it at, it was prohibitive.
I don't know.
At that-
I
so we'll have
haven't
to wait.
heard-
We
I
have to
haven't
wait.
heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a surprise for us.
It's going to be a surprise for us. But
So in other words, we may be cooking. You may be
Yeah,
breaking those
we may.
bags out.
and if I do, I have it. So I mean, the big thing is you don't know where you're going to be stuck and for how long.
Did you bring a spoon?
It's in the bag.
You did bring a spoon.
Oh, yeah, it's in the bag. Everything.
Come on now.
If I grab this bag,
Is it like a plastic spoon, or you have like your own set of?
it's the camping ones,
Okay.
the longer ones, so you can dig into the bag without getting all nasty and dirty and
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
I bring again packets of water, but I
Let's-
have coffee.
Well, why don't we? Can you bring some of that? I mean, I know it's difficult. You got to roll the chair over.
do. You're making me work.
I'm making you do a little something here. Okay, so we got. All right.
My goodness.
Goodness, look at all this show and tell
Folks,
stuff.
this table
This is just
loaded.
very. This is some of the stuff that is in your Jeep right
it's
now.
always in my Jeep. Yes, always. It's again tons of snacks. I mean,
Look at that. Put that right in the camera. Come on, let's see.
so and every year I rotate everything out. But there's coffee, there's hot
Oh, my
cocoa.
goodness.
There's coffee, there's hot cocoa. There's all types of trail mix snacks. You know,
All right, that's so
fruit,
funny.
Fruit chews for the kids. If I have kids.
All right.
When the apocalypse happens,
Yes.
you know who to look for.
Yes. And then same thing over here. Oh, instant hot soup.
Stuff. Instant hot
soup when you're cold.
Well, ramen noodles.
Yep.
You can bring those, or I had some of that this weekend. I love that stuff.
So it just it's always in there. So there's coffee, there's hot chocolate, actually some Gatorades, things like that. So I always bring stuff. So if I'm stuck, wherever I'm stuck, I'm doing it in style. I'm tired of lessons learned. We used to bring foil packets of tuna and crackers every place with us.
We really
peanut
need
butter
to,
crackers.
we need to plan a trip. Just it could be anywhere. We'll just go to Ocala. We'll go to Tiger Bay.
Okay.
And just pretend it's off road and we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, and break it
set
out.
the cameras
And
and
break it
say, all
out.
right, guys, we need to eat something.
Yep,
And
break
just
it out.
live off the land for a show.
Oh,
We need to get a
I could-
sponsor that would send us a bunch of stuff to try.
I could
Well,
hunt.
I think he's got a lot.
I can hunt, fish, trap if we need to do that. Hopefully we don't have. That's why it's easier, Although up in the Northeast, going trout fishing, I mean that was fun and morale lifting, and it's good to eat.
Oh, yeah. Trout? Sure.
Trout, yeah, especially the cold water ones.
Okay.
But so always have something, especially if you're going to go out overlanding, and if you're going to go out overlanding, you're going to be cooking food anyhow.
Oh yeah, because there's no Mickey D's around the corner.
No.
Not yet.
So whether you go this is a simple system designed actually for me or one or two people the most, versus doing if you're going with the family or whatever, where you're going to bring your Dutch oven and your cast
Right.
iron skillets, and
Yep.
I mean you're really going to make biscuits from scratch. And
Oh geez.
Oh, and that's
they do.
okay.
You ought to see some of the stuff that
Okay,
people
you're
do.
really planning.
They
You're-
do because they're camping. They're actually they're overlanding. They're camping. They're not
And
just.
some of those campers are what is the one? Was it the R-Pods? I think they're called R-Pod travel trailers, and they come in different sizes, but they already are lifted up higher off the ground.
Yes.
They've
Oh,
got
yes,
tires.
yes.
There's a couple few companies
Yes.
that do that.
Yeah.
We've had to come out
Turtle.
for Jeep Beach. Yes.
Yep.
We had a few to come out for Jeep Beach. That make them, and they actually have refrigerators, stoves, ovens.
Tiny campers now. That's
Tiny
old.
campers.
Tiny
Yeah, I mean that
campers.
was
That was
that's their specific. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
but
all they
there's and if you're going to do that, that's the way to go. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean have it custom built to what you want,
yes,
and you can still enjoy going out
Correct.
into the backwoods.
but there's still plenty of people who just use their vehicles and they'll camp and rooftop camp or break out a tent. Depends on where you're at. I mean,
More so up north.
Yes.
Like in Alaska, that would be this type of stuff
well, Alaska,
that we have.
the bears they have in Alaska are different than the bears we
Yeah.
have. Here.
That's
Oh,
pretty-
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean our black bears are
They're timid.
and they scare away easily.
Not up north though.
No. I've been buzzed by more than my share of black bears. And sharks. No, not alligators. I've never been buzzed by an alligator, which I'm probably.
What do you mean
pretty happy
buzzed?
of. Run by you. I mean, like from me to you or closer.
Whoa.
Not intentionally. You're out, doing things, and all of a sudden,
kidding.
or you can hear them running.
Oh,
You hear
it's got to be.
brum, brum. You're like, all right,
Oh, man. Did you get your weapon ready? Your stick?
You laugh. Oh, my bear club.
Your bear club. I'm going to beat you with my bear club. This 10-foot bear.
Actually, we were outside of our vehicles, and other than the things on our hips, we didn't have anything. Yes, doing some trail stuff.
Right.
So we just stayed still, and it was like.
You just kind of walk around and see you, and you see them. And
You
that's
see
it.
them, yeah.
So anyway, so you're going to want a stove or a grill.
Yes,
You can cook over a campfire, but be safe.
correct.
Clear out everything away from the fire. We don't want a California all over again.
No.
You're going to need fuel for the stove, which you have the small canisters,
I bring them.
or you have like the
Propane tanks.
And now, does it
5
say
pound?
again? I was asking, how were those things, real quick? How long were those?
I mean, there's some people who can cook
Couple
for a
hours?
week.
Oh,
Because you only cook for 3 to 5, 6 minutes at a time when
Okay.
you heat your stuff up and then you
right.
turn it back off. So I probably have always 2.
of all the things, do you have any chips, Doritos? Do you bring those things with you, like
They don't
bags
last.
Yeah,
They don't last too long.
They don't last,
Okay.
no. The shelf life on them isn't as good.
Cheez-Its?
Crackers, we're having some peanut butter crackers.
Okay.
Probably
Oh,
have
yeah.
some.
Okay.
Again, once a year, I clear everything out and then I restock it.
Recycle.
Peanut butter, honey, packets of honey, packets of peanut butter.
You're going to need
Too
pots.
funny. I just get a kick out of it.
Actually, when I go on a boat and I bring some gear, when I go
You get stuck on I-4, you're set.
yes, yeah, I am. I'll break it out. I'll
Traffic jam, you're hanging out.
I still got my snacks in the Jeep that he gave us last year.
Oh, my goodness.
Time to rotate it out.
It's
Time to rotate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Always have them. You have that.
Plates,
Yes.
towels,
Yep.
that kind of stuff. A cooler. If they're going out,
You're going to have to. Unless you're going to do all dry food.
right? Your meats,
Yes.
all that good stuff. Refillable water jugs.
Correct.
Gonna need water.
Yes.
Non-perishable food, such as what you have here.
Yes.
A water filter.
Correct.
We've talked about water filters in the past.
You brought up when I brought in the Grail, versus just getting completely dirty water.
Oh, right.
You heard me talk about a Millbank bag.
That takes that's a big process, though.
This is longer, yes,
Yeah.
but it filters. It'll filter a lot of your sediment out, so that when you use your Grail filter system, you're not plugging it up faster. So these are called Millbank bags. They've been around since the 1700s, 1600s.
Yeah.
Long time. The Brits used them. The Brits issued them, and then they carried over to the U.S. So so I bring it too. If I had to refill my radiator from
Yeah, you can do it.
our brown water, I don't want to put a lot of stuff in my radiator.
Right.
So I'll filter it out, filter it out a couple times, and then boom, I can put that in my radiator. But otherwise, to purify it, whether you're boiling or using tablets, clean your water up.
Yep. Then we're going to move on to recovery tools and gear.
Yes.
We've talked about the gear in the past.
Yes.
Basic tools, wrenches, screwdrivers,
Yep.
tire repair kit, portable air compressor.
But we preach on that. That
Yes.
should be in everybody's vehicle.
If nothing else,
Yes.
a shovel.
Yes.
Dig yourself out.
The smaller the shovel, the more harder it is on you and your back. Versus, yes.
Let's see here. What else we got there?
Recovery track boards. Big fan of those.
Yes.
Toe straps, shackles. We're good with that.
Always. And then let's see here. We got
High lift jack.
high lift jack or piston jack.
Yes. Sometimes.
And
Yes.
something to keep it from sinking down on the ground.
Good point.
Do you want to pack light and small and move along? So to me, I think a piston with a pad underneath of it would work well.
Yes.
What else?
I have my factory OEM jack with the base plate that I got from AEV. So that is besides, I always have a high lift, the 48-inch one I have in my vehicle. Although my preference is the 60-inch, but it won't strap in on the inside. So the 48 inches inside for some of the stuff that I really want to do, whether it's wenching backwards, because if you don't have enough line to do it, using with pulleys and stuff.
Exactly.
So, or lifting a tire up, putting the traction boards underneath, getting off high-centered, getting out of ruts. All those things you could do with training.
Right. First aid stuff and safety stuff. You're going to want some type of first aid kit. And we
Very
talked
much so.
about that
Yes.
last show.
Correct.
There's a couple of companies out there that have some very good kits that come in a backpack, or
Correct.
you can get the small go bag.
And go for what you're going to be. So if you're not in a hunting environment,
Right.
you don't need chest seals.
No, you don't need that.
You don't need oropharyngeal airways, esophageal airways. We don't need to. We should be cuts, bruises, some lacerations, maybe broken bones.
And maybe a deep laceration.
Deep yes.
It's where you need
Yes.
a tourniquet.
Tourniquet or
But then again, we talked
combat
about
gauze,
that before.
everything else.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And then some splints, some form of splints.
Yep.
People when they look at first aid kits, they've just go for what your environment is and what it is. You don't need, like when we go out, we do bring a backpack full of gear because of both of us are trained, and we stay. Actually, how many people do you know stay current in their training? Think about
Not
it.
many.
And if you look at some of these other organizations, but they don't even have a training process.
No.
But they come out and train, but they don't have any way to recertify themselves or stay current or proof they stay current and stuff.
Right. Keeping up with, and there's
First
things that
aid?
changes. First aid basic
Yes.
is staying the same. It's never going to really change a whole lot.
Correct.
But there is new things that are coming out down the pike that, as Joe Public, that
Yes.
you get access to that you didn't have 5 years ago.
Again, that new
The new zip.
yes,
ties.
instead of it being a suture,
Right.
instead of suturing, you put this bandage on with these little zip ties and you pull your wound closed.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So
Things like that, and those are things that will help you to get back to,
it's not the cure all that you just slap it on and can keep going. It's to slap
Correct.
it on and get help.
yes,
That's what you're looking at.
agreed.
Let's see what else we got.
Headlamps, I'm big multi-pool emergency blanket, fire extinguishers. We talked about those.
Yep, talked about those.
Maybe have two.
Where we have them put at just in case.
And be able to use your shovel to shovel sand, dirt, or stuff onto a fire to smother a fire too.
Yeah, like we found out there in Ocala.
Oh, or even a vehicle. I mean, more than once I've done it with a vehicle. The multi-tool, the knife, headlamps, big one, that extra batteries, and then the backup battery bank. Always and spare batteries for what you carry. Just smart way to go.
It would be smart.
But
Yes.
as we see on our Facebook pages,
We see it all. I mean,
all the time.
and we're not being mean about it. We're just pointing it out that, things need to be thought out.
And all the time we say, don't go out off-roading alone, which if you're a first responder, you do that. That's your job. If you're sheriff's office, park ranger, some of the Forest Service people, they're out by themselves.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean everybody should go out off-roading by themselves.
But also, too, is they go through training.
Yes, they do.
Whereas most of us,
The average person does. Well, as
Doesn't.
we can see, no gear. We'll get some pictures today of no gear, no
Oh,
nothing.
jeez.
Yeah, it's
That's why
all
we
time.
call them. That's why they're
call
the
it the
tool of the day.
tool of the day. All right, so personal items, clothing.
Yes.
Dry clothing. You get wet.
Yes.
Your body will not get warm, so you're going to have to do something to.
Depending on the time of the year, it could be very critical.
Oh, yeah,
In
without
the
a doubt.
cold months,
Like
yes.
we're dealing with the Arctic blast that we're getting here.
Yes. And that's important for people to think about. Change of socks, gloves, mittens, hats, scarves, extra, layer of clothing. We always make fun of the whoopee, but, the whoopee with a
Whoopee
poncho.
works.
Yep. If you have nothing else. Like I said, waterproof boots, hats, sunglasses, sunscreen. Again, if you're going to go camping, please, yes, toothbrush, way to clean, toilet paper, quick dry towel,
Yeah,
all great stuff.
all great stuff.
And you're going to use it. I mean, because you're going out to spend 2 or 3 days or even overnight. So you're going to have to bring, make a portable shower, clean up, however you want to do it.
Exactly. And then we got vehicle essentials.
Yes.
What kind of things do you think we need?
Correct. We go through this all the time. We always tell people, some people they don't bring a spare tire. So you better have a way to either patch your sidewall or plug your tire and then have that compressor to air it back up or you're not going anywhere.
You're going to be there for a long time.
We have medications.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Bring your meds.
Yeah. Bring your med. Don't forget that.
That's a very good point. Extra fuel. We talked about that. What type of cans to carry it in? Where do you carry it so it doesn't leak?
Right.
The good times. And actually, we went over the thing about in one of the earlier shows is learning how far your vehicle goes, especially in off-road conditions, because your mileage changes when driving down the interstate.
Once you put it in four-wheel drive, it changes big time.
Yes, and whether it's in low or high. And then can you keep it in two-wheel drive for a period of time because you veer down? But airing down increases your tire your footprint, which means you're going to burn more fuel.
Right. Just more resistance.
Yes.
Let's see what else.
Spare fluids.
Yep.
Oil, coolant, brake fluid.
Yep. Because God only knows, you could tear a line out.
Yes. Depends on some people's spill kits. Depends on
where you're at.
Depends on some, especially out west. If they don't, they get fined if they don't carry a spill kit. Just saying.
Well, I kind of agree with that.
I don't have a problem. I have one. I have.
Where's it at?
He's looking.
Where is it at?
So there
There we
wasn't
go.
one made. So I went online and learned how to make one, and then all the absorbents.
And what is in it?
There's gloves. There's a ground cloth. There's an oil absorbent pad that's really good at picking up all types of fluids. Pete Zorb, which is actually recognized by all of the outdoor groups as a way that if you have antifreeze, oil, fuel, transmission fluid, brake fluid, they get into the ground, that it will actually suck it all up. And then you sprinkle it on like kitty litter, you mix it all up, and then you put it in a bag and take it out. Gloves, and then in the garbage bag. And then, like I said, there's places that actually, if you don't have one, they'll make you show it. And if you don't have it, they'll find you. Even if your vehicle doesn't leak. But if something does happen, like you're going over a rock, we've seen it.
We've seen it out at Cracker Ranch.
Yes.
And those of us who own Jeeps.
Well, yeah, it's just marking its territory.
And that's why you have those, to make sure that you clean up that
You
territory.
clean up that stuff, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Very good.
What else we got?
Belts and fuses. Fuses are important. So have spare fuses for your vehicle. Maybe spare light bulbs, spare bulbs. If there's that type, if it's an LED headlight, then you're going to be out.
It's out.
But off-roading, you can use all the lights you want to use in the world. So if you have all those lights, you can use them till you get back on the road. So a spare V-belt or fan belt is important.
Even if you're staying local.
Yes.
I mean, I carry one in the Jeep for the LJ.
Maybe spark plugs if you're going to go in water where you have to change your spark plugs and you don't want to do that. I think I posted one of those today where I think they went a little too deep with their Toyota.
There was one that wasn't certified to be a submarine.
No, it was not. It was the only thing that left. There was a snorkel and the roof rack.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes. And then a maintenance manual, which is not a bad idea. Simple thing. I keep a diagram of the belt, how to put the belt on.
Oh, yeah, because it's usually on there, but over time it falls off.
So mine's laminated. So I have that and some of the other things I have right there. So when I open it up, it's right there. You can get some of the more common ones, print them out, and then laminate them so they don't deteriorate on you, and then keep them with your toolkit.
Yep, exactly. And last but not least.
Oh, yes. Comfort items. The camp chair. I carry 2 camp chairs and a camp table that collapse, that fold down, whether you want to use the inexpensive ones you can get from Walmart or Target or Lowe's or Home Depot. Yep. Those are like $9. Or the other ones that, again, they configure a little bit differently, but there's some nice
Zero
ones.
gravity chairs.
That's a little big, but now if you're going out camping and you want that, you want to sit by the campfire.
You actually take a nap in that.
Yes. Tarp or awning for shade.
Yeah.
Solar panels or portable generator for power, especially if you're camping out.
Right.
Here we go. Camera or drone.
There you go.
For capturing your memories.
Capturing memories. That's
And,
how you
and this is
classify
actually
that
books, games, and music for downtime, for doing things around the campfire, just doing things around the camp.
So you have the drone listed more or less as a comfort item / entertainment.
Exactly.
Correct.
And it can be useful, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The biggest thing is to research your route and local regulations, which is important. Are the roads open?
That's huge.
Roads closed? Weather times of year? Forest fires? You might. This is kind of
This is very important at this point in time.
It is, yeah. And actually they burn faster uphill than they do downhill. Wind-driven fires move faster. So that's important. Pack light, but pack smart. That's good. Prioritize all your gear.
Yeah.
And then practice testing all your gear and your setup.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt to pull it out and set it up, make sure it's all working.
Yes.
Drive the Jeep in the backyard,
Yeah.
right?
Why not?
Go outside the
Pull everything
backyard.
out, set your tent, set everything up and practice, because you're going to set the tent up. Does it have all the tent poles? And are they not broken? Even a brand new tent might be missing some parts.
Yeah.
So,
Just because it's in the bag doesn't mean it's...
correct. So then again, if you have a tarp, you have a backup plan, because then you can, okay, my tent doesn't work.
Lean-to.
So I can make a lean-to out of my tarp, or,
Yep.
we're going to cut down or use all of our falling limbs. We're not cutting down limbs, but any fallen limbs we want to use
Yes.
to make things.
All the Boy Scouts out there are going, I cut it down.
And as a Boy Scout one year, we did that. I did. I thought I had the tent. My buddy thought, I thought he had a tent. He thought I had a tent. We got there, no tent. But we had a little handsaw. And guess what we did?
Made a tent.
We made a neatest lean-to, and it went from 2 people to 6 kids sleeping in it, because everybody else thought it was cool.
Cool.
It gave us time to lash things, do it, practice all of our skills, and all that fun stuff.
God, to be a kid again.
I know. So is it that time of the day?
I think it's that time of the day, sir.
Hey, you see that idiot?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
What you think you're doing, you stupid idiot?
It's the Off-Road Toolbox Tool of the Day.
Are you some kind of moron?
Let me see if I can find our tool of the day.
Is there a tool?
Yes, I do. This is actually another one from, what do you call it? SOS Florida. This one is stuck in the Ocala National Forest. And where are we? We're right here. Put that up.
Get that.
Oh, man.
Oh, geez. We got all kinds of stuff going on now. Holy mackerel.
Get your browser history popping up. You don't want anyone to see that.
Well, there's not much in it. Trust me.
OnlyFans.
Is that coming up again?
It looks like it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, Ocala National Forest. What's interesting is, are they afraid of sliding in the water because they got a line attached to it?
I saw that. I was like,
they got a
what?
line attached to it. I know you guys don't know what a Z-rig is. Do you know what a Z-rig
No.
is? So a Z-rig is you can use straps and lines and pulleys, and you can do a mechanical advantage, but it's by hand. And it's used in whitewater rafting or river guiding.
Okay.
And we actually move boats. You have to move your boat like over 100 yards doing it this way. Over rocks and over terrain and out of the water.
Is it like a crank system?
It's usually it's strictly like we use the pulleys on our winches. You put 2-3 pulleys in.
Okay.
But you're doing that with different loops, and it's called the Z-rig.
Well, how are you're moving them? Just by pulling?
Pulling on it.
Oh, wow.
Mechanical advantage. Okay. And it's, if you can see here is, I guess they're on kind of a trail, or is it
Right
just
into
too
that
tree
camera.
covered?
Right into that
Just
camera.
tree covered.
It's tree covered.
It's all tree covered.
It's all
Okay.
tree
You can-
covered.
From here, you can't
Yeah,
see.
so whether or not they're on a marked trail, designated trail, numbered trail.
It might be a ATV trail
Yes.
because that's what it kind of looked at.
Yes.
So they were stuck?
Oh, yeah. They're in the water.
They're in the water.
They're in the water.
Okay.
They probably nose down in it.
Nose
saw
down,
it's
stop.
too far,
And then, yes.
and then came back, tried to go back out. And now they're stuck.
Get that
And-
drone, fly it up in the air.
And it looks like an all-wheel drive vehicle versus a true four-wheel drive vehicle.
Correct.
And not the right gear and not the right accessories. I'm going to tell you this, though. High lift jack would
That would have pulled them out.
pulled them right back
Put
out.
it on the toe point.
Put it.
and-
Yep. Just
come out.
you're lucky. They're half the length of their vehicle.
Yep.
So that's a quick, simple, easy fix, folks.
Yes, it is.
High lift jack, bump it over. Do it again.
Do it.
Bump it over.
Yep.
No. You just pull it straight back.
Pull it
Pull
straight,
it straight back. No,
oh,
in this
wait, because
case-
it'll fall back.
So no, you'll just winch with it because you can winch with your high lift jack.
Okay.
And you can versus trying to do the jack and cast.
Okay.
Where you jack it up and push it over. In this case, no, just
Okay.
The jack and cast is more if you're stuck in,
in
ruts.
or high
And you
center.
want to get
Or high center.
and you want to get out of that side.
Out of
Okay.
that hole or out of
Right,
that rut. Yep.
That makes sense. Then. Okay.
Yep.
My bad. All right.
No,
So I think that's it for this one.
it is.
We can put it as done.
Yes.
Guys,
Okay.
thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. I think we're going to talk about what to take as far as food.
Okay,
Would that work?
that works.
All right.
Well, once again, we might as well mention this now. You can check us out on YouTube if you're listening to us.
Yes.
Right.
And that's at Jeep Beach Official on
Yes.
YouTube. And if you're watching this, obviously, we also have the audio portion of this, which
Yes.
is on any
Any podcast
platform. Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, y'all stay safe out there.
Thank
Stay
you.
warm, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox. Powered by Best Price Trailers.